Brianna's Bananas Cooking Show. Here we go! Hello, my beautiful bouncing bananas. It's Brianna. Today, we're doing another recipe out of this Ninja Turtle book because I might have to give it back really soon. So, I found the weirdest looking one I could find just for you guys. It's called chocolate chili pepper pizza with butternut squash. Okay? Apparently it's Michelangelo's favorite pizza because he likes chocolate on pizza. Now, some honorable mentions. You guys let me know if you want me to make any of these. I was really close to making this sweet potato pizza. Or this tuna pizza. Okay, there's one more. This crazy corn and bodacious bean pizza, which also looks kind of good. So you let me know if you want me to make any more of these recipes before I give this book back. I told my brother Dustin that I was going to make one of those recipes, and he said, "Why do you want to make those?" And I said, "Because they're weird. I'm making all the weird stuff for you guys, so you don't have to. But if you want to, you can, and you'll know what it's going to be like." Okay? So, we're going to make this pizza. Let me get all my stuff out. Okay, so I got this big old butternut squash. It was actually one of the smaller ones. Oopsies. I only need 2 cups of that. We got kind of a small to medium yellow onion. We got dark unsweetened chocolate. We have chili peppers and adobo sauce. Some smooth natural peanut butter. This one's almost gone, just so you know. I'm gonna use the rest of it. Corn tortilla chips. Some jack cheese. Feta cheese, or you could use queso fresco. Some spices and some scallions or chives or green onions, whichever one you choose. So what we're gonna start with is preheating my oven to 400. Get out my baking sheet. Get some of this stuff out of the way. Oh yeah, and I have a pizza dough. Now, my friend Kenya wanted me to make a pizza dough, but I don't really have time, to be honest. And I have made a video in the past of me making pizza dough. So I will either play that right now or I will link it after this video or in the description, or both. You guys will know how to make pizza dough. Okay, so I'm gonna get to cutting up this squash. Oh my gosh, it's a tough squash. This is kind of a workout. Don't need to go to the gym today. Am I supposed to skin a squash? Do you guys know? Am I supposed to skin a squash? I actually don't know, but I'm doing it. Okay, I guess this looks like about 2 cups. It says 2-inch cubes. I just kind of cut it into this kind of shape. I used half of my squash. Okay, let me get this onto my baking sheet. I'm gonna put some salt and pepper, about a teaspoon of olive oil. Toss that all around. Spread it out evenly, and we're putting it in the oven for 30 minutes to roast. Okay, now we're moving on to the onion. Cut the top off. Cut it in half. Got the skin off. I'm gonna dice it. Stop crying about it. Ugh. Let me know if you guys have eaten any really weird pizzas, like on vacation or something. You felt adventurous and you're like, I'm gonna try this crazy pizza. You know? I can't really think of a crazy pizza I've eaten, but I have a pizza story if you want to hear it. So when I was like 14, I went to New York. My dad took me to New York. I think I was 13 or 14. And that was scary. If you've ever been to New York, it's scary. There's just a lot of people. A lot of people around, taxi drivers driving around crazy because they're trying to get around. Oh my goodness. People handing you stuff on the street and you don't know if you can take it, and if you do, they're gonna be like, oh my god, you have to pay for it. So anyways, we're in New York doing New York-y things. We took like a tour bus and we saw all these cool pizza places. We saw the pizza shop that Spider-Man went to in the original Spider-Man movie. A little bit of garlic. And so my dad was like, for dinner, why don't we try out one of these cool pizza places, one of these local New York pizza places? Wouldn't that be cool? And me being so young and scared of New York, I like didn't want to try anything else. I was like, I was so scared. And I was like, can we just get Domino's? Man, it is fuming in here. So I kind of regret it, but we did get Domino's instead of New York pizza. And that's probably the only time I will go to New York too. I do have to put a pinch of salt in here. That somehow got in my mouth. And then I'm gonna have to get my food processor down from this cabinet. Ah! Okay. Okay. So these are kind of translucent, so a little more brown, but they're not brown, if you know what I mean. That was about 5 minutes in the pan. So I'm gonna take these, put it in my food processor, and take some of this chipotle peppers. It says 1 or 2. Woo! This is kind of strong. See how big these are also. I guess that's kind of a normal size. There's one. It's kind of the same size. We'll do 2. We need 2 teaspoons of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 2 tablespoons of this peanut butter. I normally don't like savory peanut butter, so we're gonna see how this turns out. Ah! Some got on the floor. I was actually only about 1 tablespoon, so I'm gonna take another of this other kind of peanut butter, but don't tell anyone. I have a chicken bouillon here, 1 1/3 cup of hot water. I'm gonna get that dissolved so we can have some chicken broth. We gotta do a handful of these corn tortilla chips. I guess it depends on how big your hand is, but that was my handful. We have to do 1 teaspoon of dried oregano. I'm gonna put this lid on. I have very limited space, you guys, I'm sorry. Let me pulse this a couple times. I'm gonna start adding some of this chicken broth. Oh my God. I don't have the top for this because I found this at a thrift store and it didn't have the top to the funnel. So it's kind of spraying out everywhere. So this actually says 1 3/4 cup of chicken broth, and for some reason I thought it said 1 1/3, but we're going with what I thought. It says to blend it until it's smooth and uniform in color, so I'm gonna blend it just a little bit longer. Meh, just get right. Alrighty, so now we gotta put this in my saucepan. We're gonna have to boil this for 20 to 25 minutes so the flavors intensify together. Oh, I have to cover it. My squash is still cooking. Once this is done after 20 to 25 minutes, that is when this chocolate comes in. And then after that, we're gonna start assembling our pizza. Hi, I'm back. So, my squash is done squashing. So I'm gonna put this in the bowl. This has been cooking about 20 minutes. It's gotten thicker. It smells like a lot's going on. It smells like chips. Like almost like chili cheese Fritos. It smells good. So it says take 1/3 cup of this sauce. And mix it around with your squash. This pizza's gonna be crazy. Oh no! You guys, I made a mistake. I forgot to put the chocolate in the sauce. So, and I've already mixed it in with the squash. So I'm gonna have to put all of this in here. This is not gonna turn out right now. Oh geez. So I have to use 3 out of 4 of these ounces. Let's see if that's doing anything. That kind of broke it up. It's all going on top of the pizza anyway, so hopefully it's not like too screwed up. It feels so weird putting chocolate in this. It smelled good, now it's gonna smell chocolatey. It's starting to look really weird. Okay, just heat it until it's melted. Now, let's preheat my oven again. 500. It doesn't go that high. What do I do? Well, it's gonna have to be 450. 8 to 15 minutes. I'm gonna do 15 minutes. Let me take some flour. Okay. So this dough is kind of big for my pan. So I'm just gonna cut it in half. Save that dough for later for something else. Maybe for a second one of these pizzas. Who knows? Maybe it's really good. I'm gonna start stretching this out. Just kind of squish the air bubbles out first. Start spreading into a circle shape. Once it gets kind of big enough, we can start like slowly stretching it with the gravity. Just take the edges and stretch them. Try not to stretch the middle as much because that's what's gonna get thin the fastest. Just turning and gently stretching. This is kind of ovally shaped, but whatever. It's rustic. That's what you tell people when things don't look right after you cook them. You say it's rustic. Now if you really want, we can woo! Woo! Woo woo! We can do that. And that's lots of fun. Spreads it out a little more evenly. And a little faster. Let me get this onto my pizza pan. Stretch it out to the size of your pan. Take a fork, or if you have a perforator, you can use that. We're gonna poke some holes so all the remaining air bubbles don't like bubble up and make all your toppings go to the side. Make some holes for the air to release. And now, it said to take some of the sauce first and then spread it and then take your squash, but since we've made a mistake and we put it all together, it's all going on together. Oh my gosh, it does really smell like chocolate now. All right, I didn't use all of that, but this is kind of a smaller pizza. So I'm gonna get my cheese, my jack cheese. This feels so wrong. I'm just gonna cover it in cheese, so like, just in case it tastes funny, at least it's cheesy. Okie dokie. In the oven we go for 15 minutes. And then when we come back, we're gonna put some more stuff on top of it, and then I'm gonna try it out. Okay, bye. Okay, I got my lovely smelling and looking pizza here. Now I put my chives and I zigzag some sour cream and my feta or queso fresco if that's what you have. And I also have a special guest that's gonna help me try my pizza.
Hello.
Dan! You're kind of tall for the camera, that's okay. So let's go ahead and try my crazy pizza.
Chocolate chili pepper pizza with butternut squash.
Yes.
My God.
What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know. I mean, it's in a cookbook, but all of the Jell-O molds you make are also in cookbooks. So it really could mean anything.
You know what? You're right. It could mean anything.
It really could mean anything. As long as there's no Jell-O in it, I'm sure we'll be okay.
No Jell-O, but there's chocolate.
See, that's the part I don't get. Where is the chocolate in it? Is it in where?
It's in the sauce.
It's in the sauce.
Mm-hmm.
It's so hot. I mean, I like the feta, cream cheese, and chives.
It's sour cream.
Sour cream. What'd I say?
Cream cheese.
Sour cream.
I'm just gonna go for it. That was really hard to swallow. This is really funny.
I don't know.
Well.
I love you a lot.
I can't stop laughing.
I love you a lot. No.
It's a no on the pizza.
It is. This is not even. Maybe I'll heat it up and eat it later.
Not even a take a second bite pizza.
That was.
I can't do it.
That was dreadful.
So let me try to describe it.
Can you?
It's like mushy from the squash and the sauce. It's chocolatey. It's very chocolatey.
More chocolate than you would think.
And then you get like the cheese and the sour cream and the fresco cheese. And that doesn't really mix well with the chocolate. And then it's like spicy. And you just got so much going on in your mouth.
But the overlying note is chocolate.
Yes.
And it's just, like, I was thinking, like, it's going to be a very, like, understated, if at all, sort of thing. Like, oh, the chocolate deepens the flavors. No.
Well, okay. To be completely honest, I did a little bit mess up the sauce. But the chocolate went in the sauce.
How would you have messed it up? I don't understand.
It was the right amount of chocolate.
Okay.
I guess it wasn't the right amount of stock. I needed a little more stock.
I don't think that would have made any difference.
Probably not.
That would have made no difference to this pizza. I mean, the presentation is good. It looks okay. It looks good. Like, homemade pizza goes. Like, yeah, it's a homemade pizza. Like, it almost looks like, oh, there's some, like... It looks like almost like carnitas or something on it. But
Yeah, or like barbecue pork or something.
yeah, like something that
could
is
definitely
good.
fool somebody.
But, oh yeah, if you somebody said this is the best pizza in the world, and then visually looking at it, they would agree with you. This probably is a really good pizza.
And then you're like, April Fools.
It's terrible.
Okay. Well, I was hoping it was good because I haven't eaten anything today yet, and it's almost 2 o'clock, so
Well,
I'm not going to eat the rest of that. Probably go to McDonald's.
I still think you did a good job. You accomplished what the book said.
Thanks. That is what the book said.
The book said to do this.
So thanks, Ninja Turtles. You ruined my morning.
There's no Jell-O pizza in there, is there?
No.
Okay.
Luckily for you. All right, well, that's enough nonsense. So thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Share with your friends if you thought this was funny and interesting. And I'll see you next week with another video.
Please tell your friends this food, it needs to be worth it. This needs to be worth it. Share the video.
Thank you, yes. Okay, bye.
Bye.